Wednesday night, 1:15 a.m. I'm gonna switch my schedule. Wake up at 5, sleep at 9. The hard part is not waking up at 5, it's sleeping at 9. Getting all my ducks in a row by then, maybe like 10ish. I think I'm gonna switch my schedule to that. Sounds better to me. So, a couple things happened today. One, I had a meeting with one of the lawyers on my board, and I told him about how I want to do everything in-house. And he was like, yeah, I've never heard of an advisory board doing real work. I was like, huh? So okay, so what do you expect to do? He was like, I just expect to advise the CEO on such and such. I was like, okay, now wouldn't that count as work? You're gonna have to read something, do something, talk to someone, and give advice on it. He's like, yeah, blah, blah. He's scrambling. He was probably one of my favorite people on the board. And then he said something that was very similar to the accountant from yesterday. He was saying, yeah, but I wouldn't feel comfortable doing it in-house because I don't have the full experience. Now, he's done over 24 M&A transactions, so I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, yeah, but, I have experience in M&A, but that's not all I did. Like, I wasn't a full expert in M&A. So long story short, the lawyer's gone, the accountant is gone, my chairman is gone, and all I have is my industry experts and the other lawyer, which I'm probably gonna let go of him too. But it's kind of like I'm starting from square one again. So, how do I feel about it? It's not a problem. It is what it is. It is what it is, really. This is what I'm gonna do this time. I'm gonna get my board. I'm gonna make sure when I get the board, like today I was messaging people who've had over 35 years of audit experience in Deloitte, in PwC, KPMG, like these big dogs that are retired that have so much experience, specifically in auditing. I'm gonna give them accounting side, lawyers, extensive M&A experience, and I'm gonna make sure up front they know about, we want to do in-house. And as I'm doing that, I'm gonna cultivate and build the list for potential sellers. I'm just gonna go straight into that, guys. I think you feel anxiety when you're not taking action on what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do something, but yet you still avoid it. And I'm sure you've heard that somewhere else, but it is true. And through this example, you can see it's true. It's almost like I'm not even on the field. Like, what am I doing? I'm like, if I swing at the bat every day and I know, like, if I hit it, I could get a home run, then I feel better about myself. But it's like, even if I hit the home run, I still need to do the next step and the next step and hit the home run again and again. It's a bit more demoralizing, even though a lot of things are like that. You have to go through the BS in the beginning, obviously. I'm not against it. It is what it is. So we're gonna build the board. We're gonna go straight into finding a deal and then the financing, either at the same time or right after it. It should happen fast because the main pivotal factor in this whole thing is finding a motivated seller and finding a deal. Something else that happened today. I was listening to stuff as I was hitting defense today. And one of the people I was watching, his name is Josh Kim. Josh Kim is very well known in the QLA community. And I found him on YouTube, and I found like a ton of interviews about him. He was talking about SBA 7A loan and how he's like an expert in like loans, and like he has a ton of connections with people that do loans. So he was talking about like your credit score. I have a great credit score, guys. Not to flex or anything. Mine is like almost perfect credit score. Like, I did really well with my credit. So I was like, I haven't checked my credit score since the summer. Let me just check it again. Like, I just randomly just wanted to check it. And I check it, and I don't know. Before I even say that, this series somehow turned into me like always complaining about everything. This is just real life, guys. You know, this stuff happens in real life. So yeah, like stuff happens in real life. Like I'm facing a lawsuit, something else I can't talk about, which I'm completely innocent on, so I'm not that worried about it. But I checked my credit score and it dropped 100 points. Like it's still not in the gutter because it was so high, but I'm like, how did that happen? It dropped 100 points from what? Did I miss a payment? Blah blah blah. What happened? Right? And I check, I missed no payments. All my payments are good. You know, and I'm checking down the line. You see PayPal, credit. They have like some credit system on PayPal now, and that's what got me. So apparently, okay. So backstory real quick. I had a payment for a consultation with someone about something like over a year ago, or no, it's almost like a year ago since that happened, and I did it on the credit thing just to try it out. At the time, I just wanted to try it out. So I booked a consultation. The guy didn't show up for the consultation on the right time, so I wanted a refund, right? But then the refund took over 30 days for it to go through. And as I was doing the refund, it said you don't have to pay it off. You know, it's going to be on hold. There's not going to be any kind of interest or extra payments on it. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll just leave it alone. And in 30 days, it's going to be gone. You know, it's a refund. So 30 days pass, and then they tag on an extra late fee payment. And then they said on one of the lines, they said, you know, whatever incurred fees due to the return, the seller of the product, they're gonna have to deal with that payment, not you. So I was like, okay. I just kind of like leave it alone. And then now I check my PayPal account. It refunded me. It was like around like $200-ish. It refunded me that, and then it left the like it was like a $35 like fee, and it just left it, and I forgot about it. So it completely dropped my credit score off something so stupid. Isn't that's so dumb? Like I've done so many great things on my credit score, never missed a single payment on anything, and then this PayPal BS that I never even use, I never even check, wants to drop my credit score. No, I don't care. I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna dispute it. I have to spend some time figuring that out because my credit score matters when it comes to buying these businesses. My credit score is not terrible, but man, it was rock solid before, and I needed to go right back to where it was. So glad I at least checked that. Yeah. Yeah, man. So also these videos, man, you know, I'm getting close to day 50. I don't know how these other people do these videos every single day. Like at some point, man, it's just the same thing every day. It's kind of how it is for me right now. It's definitely not smooth sailing on your journey. Journey is never smooth sailing, guys. There's bumps in the road. And that's okay. That's how it's got to be. But it's interesting that Josh Kim, you know, he's one of the most popular mentees from QLA. He did the QLA process, and he was talking about it. He was like, look, if I buy a business that makes 600K in EBITDA, meaning makes $600,000 in profit every year, and I buy this business, right? You might buy it at like 2 times earnings, as in 2 times the profit equals 1.2 million, right? So you pay 1.2 million and you get 600K in profit every year. You know, like there's no faster way to really get to that. Like he was 19 years old. He bought his first business for 1.2, literally the exact example I'm talking about. And at 19, he was making 600K in profit off of one business, and he bought multiple. Now, that's crazy. That is crazy. That's the idea, man. You buy revenue instead of creating it. And this, you know, whenever I buy it, I feel like I would be inclined to just paying off my debt like right away. We'll see. There's so much just talking. But another thing that's kind of like hindering me is LinkedIn, man. I wish I could make this faster. I wish. I feel like I complain too much, man. I'm not complaining. I'm just stating the facts. LinkedIn only lets you connect with 25 people a day. That's a fact. That's not complaining. So how can I make this go faster? That's the real question. Yeah, man. Day by day, brick by brick. I think if I start my day at 5, sleep at like 9, 10-ish, I'll be far more productive. That's what I gotta do. Right now it's 1:26. And I think I'm done with this, man. I'm done staying up this late. I'm so tired right now, so peace out.